All right. Hold on. We got what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? We're having a little bit of technical fun back here. We got FOMO out there banning everybody. She's banning people from the chat. Let's fucking go.
Shit, did I get banned?
Yeah. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday out there. I just fucking rolled out of bed, put a hat on, put the earphones on, and got to it. Got my tequila. Hope everybody's out there drinking something. James, South London James, what the hell are you drinking out there, James? Are you drinking anything good?
I'm drinking a quad vod ×2.
Quad
so it's
vod.
an
That's
vod,
an octavod he's got over there. Vodka.
and some Prague beer, Stoparaman.
Okay, some Prague. What's Prague beer mean? What is that? What's Prague? Is Prague short for something?
Yeah.
Okay. What's it? What's
you know, Czech.
The
capital of Czechoslovakia.
Well,
or Czechia now, isn't it? Is it Czechia?
I don't know.
It's Czechia now.
I'm an American.
They changed the map.
I'm not good with my European.
I was watching the football the other day, and Czechoslovakia has gone from being Czechoslovakia to the Czech Republic to Czechia or Czechia. I don't know. They keep changing everything. The European Union's full of basket case of weirdos that dress up like they're from Star Trek. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, let's fucking go. And then, of course, we got the individual that churches it up around here. Churching it up is a little bit of slang that we use in the country to say it makes us look good. She raises the bar on elegance.
FOMO band Kelly. That's hilarious.
She gets back in touch with brilliance and the divine feminine. That's the one and only Forest Mommy. Forest Mommy, how you doing today? What are you drinking? Are you drinking anything?
Hi.
What are you doing banning people in the chat? We can't get people banned. What's going on?
I was like touching. I was trying to get the thing up on my phone so I can, see the chat, and then just I don't know, my fat stupid fingers. But she's back. I think it's all good. We're all back.
Kelly's back. She was
a mod. I thought I just did it on my end, and I was like trying to figure out how to undo it. But then I'm like, oh my god, I'm a mod. I did it like for real.
She's like, holy shit, I have the power. FOMO, are you drinking anything?
I'm just drinking some. No, I might maybe a little bit halfway through go get a little vodka to add to it when I refill it. But I'm just having some limeade with lime seltzer right now. I drank last night, so I'm not popping the prosecco today. But
okay, I got you. A little bit of hair.
I gotta remember to save it. Friday nights I can't drink anymore because I want to drink at noon on Saturday.
That's right. We're gonna have a fucking we got the double champagne.
I don't know. Banning peeps and gassing up D-Wag. This is red flag, mate. This is romance red flags.
Well, that's the other thing. FOMO was gassing up D-Wag. You never know. D-Wag could pop up at any time. I
really like his dogs.
Yeah.
Have you seen his dogs?
Yeah, he does. He has what are they?
They're not his dogs. He stole them off some poor old lady.
I think they're poodles. Are they
probably
large poodles?
No, they're like old English sheep dogs or whatever. And I think they're young. Like they're both puppies, which that's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, they're big dogs too. Yeah, they're very.
Do you know there's a poor blind old lady going around Gary, Indiana now, going, "Where's my dogs? Where's my dogs?"
I love how you keep saying Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana's got to be like one of the worst cities in Indiana. Sorry if anybody out there lives in Indiana. Monk Fruit, let me know. Is Gary, Indiana good or no? Talk to me, bro. Let me jump in the chat and say what's up to everybody out there. All you motherfuckers out there. Okay, we got Seashell SoCal. Shout out to you. Hope you're having a great morning. We got the Kelly Cat, who was removed, deleted by Forest Mommy, and then re-added by Forest Mommy. Kelly Cat, great to see you out there in the chat. Who else we got out there? We got Heidi Ho. I always want to say it like that. Heidi Ho, neighbors. Let's fucking go. Good to see you, Heidi Ho. Hope you're having a good one out there. Who else we got out there? We got Monk Fruit. We got DJ John. We got the Miami John. We got Lazarus. He's got that heart machine on his heart. He's becoming, one of those bioengineered individuals. Half man, half machine. That's Miami John.
I think he's on the way to finding religion. I think he's going to become a deeply religious person.
Is he gonna? Is Miami John going to become a pastor? Is he going to start a church or maybe a cult? We'll see. That could be funny.
Now he's been resurrected. How can he not be a deeply religious person?
That's true. It's true. We got King Eddie out there. He says Gary is just the worst parts of Chicago, but there's more whites. Monk Fruit says he doesn't want to talk about Gary, Indiana. He's keeping his mouth shut. Maybe he has to drive through there or something. Shout out to Hillbilly Harry. He says he's sipping on some old some cold tea this morning. 100%. Keep that tea cold because it's hot here in California. It's already 100 degrees where I am, but it's a dry heat, so it's no big deal. Can't handle that humid heat like they got out in Miami. You guys are fucking dying. Shout out to Tank Ferret. He says, good luck, high five, everybody. Yeah, we'll take that. Presby Bro out in the chat. Shout out to Presby Bro. Good to see you guys.
Smelling good.
Yeah, good to see you. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, let me know. I'll shout you out a little bit later. We'll keep her going. We'll keep shouting out the peeps in the chat. Shout out to one little announcement today. Not many, just one. It's Ebai's birthday, everybody. It's Ebai's birthday. Happy birthday to Ebai. Ebai's our Spanish bro over there in Spain trying to stay sane in a liberal country. They had that big, the EU had that big immigration pact go into effect on July 12th or June 12th. That was yesterday. So they're going to have a whole bunch of more, what do they call them?
Irish.
More Irish people or more party goers, or what is the contemporary slang that we're using for them nowadays? The intellectual thieves. I don't know what you want to call them, but yeah, we got that going on.
Knife wielding maniacs.
The knife wielding party goers. Yeah.
But that poor girl, didn't he? The one you told me about.
Bro.
She died.
She died.
That poor teenage girl.
Okay, this is a little off topic. We're supposed to be talking about relationships, but this is kind of a relationship, right? So there was a girl. Of course, there's a lot of girls in England. There was a girl in England. Okay, she was out and about, 17-year-old girl, and this 30-year-old man in the middle of the night walks up to her out of nowhere. They didn't know each other. He just walks up to her and stabs her in the neck. Yes, he was an immigrant. He was a party goer. And apparently, James just told me she died. She ran off and went to the hospital, but she later died. Damn, that's shout out to her family, as Mersh would say. Shout out to the family. Poor girl. Damn. King Yeti saying Corsican knife fighters. That's what they're called.
He just snuck up, didn't he? The poor girl's just walking out, minding her own business, and he snuck up behind her and plunged a knife in her neck.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like,
that is so fucking hard.
This is where we live now. Can you imagine how bad it is? People think I come on here and I exaggerate or I over-egg the pudding, but I'm telling you, that's why everyone wants to get out of major cities, because it's just full of these illegal immigrants, and they come over here and they don't assimilate. You know what I'm saying? They just and these people are absolutely barbaric. They're just going around with knives. I mean, the way they talk to women, I saw one the other day where they were just two girls, right? They were off school, out of school, and they were getting heckled, spat at, abused because apparently their skirts were too short.
Okay.
It's like, who the fuck are you, mate?
Yeah,
fucking talk about whether their skirts are too short. Mind your own business.
Well, this gets us back on track a little bit. Hobo Chili Recipe, shout out to you in the chat. He says, "Rise, let's go." Miami John's talking to Kelly. Says, "You chose violence today, Kelly." But no, you make a really good point. You have all of these women over countless generations voting out of toxic empathy to bring in these immigrants because, they're domestic men. Don't treat them good enough. They don't treat them right. So we got to bring in these other men. And here these other men spit at them, stab them in the neck with knives, attempt to sexually harass them. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Shout out to Roots Calhoun in the chat. I think we had a little bit of that song earlier, that Roots song, On a Cloud. So it was fantastic. But no, what's your take, James, about these relationships? Have women committed some sort of, I don't know, I don't want to say the word suicide, but I just did. Have they committed some sort of, it's a
social suicide, isn't it? Women are voting.
Yeah.
Women are voting against themselves. Women are betting against themselves. They want just to see a different culture. And this culture is a barbaric culture. It's an old school culture. It's like an Old Testament Bible culture. You're bringing people over here that will beat people to death, physically, verbally abuse them, knife them to death, stone them to death. These people are old school. And they're saying, we're bringing over the best. Yeah. So apparently on every illegal boat that comes over, we're getting doctors, we're getting teachers,
lawyers,
we're getting lawyers,
engineers,
educators, people that will enhance the exactly, the best of the best, people that will enhance our communities enhance our country.
Yeah.
And what you're basically getting is the dregs of society.
Yeah.
You're getting their absolute worst.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of them. They're bringing them over here, and they don't assimilate. They don't want to adapt to our way of life. They just want to come in, take over. And you've seen what's happened recently with the stabbings.
Yeah.
These people don't care. They don't value life. They don't value women. And yet you will still get women, politicians, who will defend these people till their last breath.
Yeah.
They've made that decision, and they've bet against themselves.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put a little tip out to the chat. You know, a good pickup line is not to wield a knife, okay? You're not going to get a woman smiling at you if you brandish a knife at her and say, "Hey, you want to go to Applebee's?" Tip number 2, don't take her to Applebee's, okay? Take her somewhere a little bit better than that. Fumbo, what are your thoughts on this? We have women railing against the patriarchy, and here they're bringing in these different religious groups, Islam being one of them, who is extremely, you know, male dominated, you know, to the point where women have to dress a certain way. They can't drive. They can't.
Actual handsmaids. They actually are wearing handsmaid tail outfits.
Yeah, they have to wear a costume. Like, what's going on with that? What are your thoughts on that, FOMO? I mean,
well, first of all, knife and Applebee sounds like a great date.
Well,
So
all right, let's
not
go.
throw all that away. Okay. No, it is weird, and like, okay, there's this overreaching part that like I can't completely put together, but we have all these women working in the NGOs bringing the asylum seekers over, and I mean it's in England, it's everywhere, you know, it's everywhere, and it's like, why? First of all, second of all, like, did women get switched to where they want to save people too or something? Or like, it just makes no sense, because what are these people? It's always men. It's always war-aged men. What are they running away from themselves? Like, I don't understand. Like,
they're running away from their criminal records.
Yeah, it's a bit,
true.
It's a bit wild, isn't it? And I wonder that myself. You know, do you think that women, if they don't have a family, when they get older, they want to, like, I don't know, this toxic empathy spills out and they try to rescue everything? Because in my family, I have one of these types of women. She was a nun at one point, and she is in her golden years now. And she donates her time to teaching Somalians how to read, how to speak English, how to write English, instead of building her own family. What are your thoughts on that, FOMO?
Yeah, that's stupid. Like, what a waste of time. Like, not to be mean, but yeah, and like, I know it probably feels, and she feels she's volunteering or doing something good for the world, so it like fills that up. But yeah, it's like these people will literally eat you if they can. Like, I really think they would eat some of us if they could, you know? Like, they're just savages.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Shout out to Sage Retard coming in with a $10 Ko-Fi. Let's fucking go. Let me get that clap. Let's go, Sage Retard. Good to see you, bro. Come on over from Murphy. Shout out to Sage Retard, one of the Judas Goats. Let's fucking go. But no, I agree with you. You know, it's this toxic empathy that they've been completely brainwashed by these institutions. FOMO, how come? What happened to these institutions that got them to push this? I don't know. What is it? Are they robbing women of their long-term happiness? Are they wanting women to go out there and reshape society? What are your thoughts on this? I know that's a really, really big question. So I don't know. I mean, that's going to be a tough answer to come up with. I put you on the spot a little bit right there.
Oh, I mean, you could try, like, there's different levels to it, right? But I mean, obviously Marxism preys on this and is to turn people against the family. Exactly how they did it, obviously there's different ways. Like I've mentioned before, the boomer women going to college, that fucked everything up, because, like, not that women shouldn't go to college, they shouldn't, but like they should, like, the way it happened, they all got brainwashed with this Marxist crap. But then I don't even understand now. Now there's these liberal women, boomer women now, who like wish they would have aborted their kids.
Oh,
they could have worked more. Like,
where
they're
is
just so
that
backwards.
coming from? Where is this coming from? This strong desire to go against, like, your genetic, programming. Basically, everybody's designed, bro, to procreate. Okay, men have a strong sex drive that pretty much generates the energy for all of our economy. Women are created to reproduce. They want to have children. They get the baby rabies. We all know about the baby rabies. We've all heard about the baby rabies. And of course I talk about men and women in generality. I'm not talking about specific people here, folks. And so when women hit their late 20s, early 30s, whatever, it happened to me a couple times. I've had women come up to me and say, "Just put a baby in me. Just put a baby in me." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like I don't know if that's a good idea. When they're asking for it, I don't know, bro. But what is so powerful that can reprogram women to go against their genetic predisposition? Well, what is it in Marxism? Is it this desire to be a part of the sisterhood? This desire to be a part of in-group preference? Is that the psychology behind it? What are your thoughts, FOMO?
Yeah, I guess because like okay, like a family unit is technically communism in a way, right? Just the family unit. And so yeah, I guess it preys on something like that. And then now they've instead of where like, yeah, you're gonna take care of your own, we're gonna share things in this household where it works, they try to take it and put it on a grander scale and because they're not doing it there. I don't know. It's just because I even like I've said before, like I moved out young. I wasn't like strong, independent woman, but it was in my head still. And I didn't even like I wasn't allowed to watch cable news, or cable TV. I didn't have MTV and all that, but still got in my head like, oh, women are supposed to be working and independent, and whatever. Obviously, as soon as I didn't have to work anymore, I took that opportunity because that's way better for me and way more natural, right? So, but it's still even it got into my head a little bit, and I'm not like it's. I don't. I guess it's just been planned for decades. It really has to have been, and it's been such a multi-tier. Go after the family, go after put degeneracy on TV and make it normal, and just like all these things, and
Yeah, we got
that's
Miami
what.
John in the chat. He says birth control is a big factor. That actually is a
Oh
big
yeah,
factor.
yeah,
It changes the
yeah.
hormones in women and changes what they're attracted to. It changes how they think. It's the truth. Of course, I didn't learn this till a little bit later in life. Kelly Cat says it's godless mentality that destroyed the moral center that women have. So she follows selfish goals instead of material goals, or no, maternal goals. Sorry about that,
Maternal.
Kelly. Maternal goals. Yeah, there's a lot of myths that hold wisdom in them. One of the myths is Pandora's box, and if you guys don't know about Pandora's box, it's a Greek myth that talks about Pandora. She has a box. One of the gods, I think it was Zeus, says, "Don't ever open the box." The box is beautiful, it's shiny, and so one day she opens the box. She can't resist it, and so she opens the box and lets all of the evil out into the world. And there's only one thing that remains in the box, and the thing that remains in the box is hope. That's very strange. What are your thoughts, James? Why? How are women being programmed like this? Is it a programming thing? Or is it just women? Is it a progressive evolution? Is this a good thing for society? A bad thing for society? What are your thoughts?
Can we just agree that some women are stupid? Come on. It's like some women are just stupid. You know what I mean? And some people are easily led and easily manipulated. And, they end up following these social programs or these new social norms, and they want to be a part of something bigger than they are because their life is so small. So they get swept up in this, what they think is going to be a great sea change, a great evolution. And they don't realize in the moment that they are voting against themselves, they are betting against themselves, and down the line their lives and their family lives are going to be exponentially worse. I just think some women are dumb
Yeah.
because they should be trying to protect themselves and their family from this social change and this social evil that they're promoting.
Yeah.
But they can't seem to see through the fog.
No, they can't. Hillbilly Harry asked a really good question. He wants to know what's in the box. Is it the same box that was in Pulp Fiction? Or at the end, they were trying to get that suitcase, that briefcase the whole time. And at the end, it glowed. Some people say it was the soul of Bing Rames's character. I wonder if that's the case. But no, you're right, James. And what I look at,
I'm always right.
yeah,
There's some geezer in the chat trolling some queer called Roots Calhoun, mate. I tell you, if we ever met, I would slap the fucking granny out of him. I tell you. He trolling me.
No, Roots
calling me a trans flag. He called me a trans flag. What is this guy doing? I've seen him in real life. He looks like a paper bag job.
No.
He was on a Discord with me, right? This geezer. He was on a Discord with me at Christmas, like Dewey's Discord. And I was the only one who was good looking enough not to be hiding behind some fucking avatar. So you want to shut your mouth, bruv, I tell you.
No, we got a little bit of beef going on in the chat. Between I guess
you gotta say something. I mean, what kind of name is Roots Calhoun anyway?
No, No,
Sounds like a puff drink.
Yeah, yeah. Roots is a good guy. You're a good guy. I don't know why you guys are beefing, but I think it's funny. More beef.
Because he run his mouth.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up, bruv.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah,
Be positive. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Have a good time, son.
Nacho says, I want to see that fight. Yeah, I want to see that fight too. That'd be a good one.
It wouldn't be much of a fight, mate, I tell you. It wouldn't be much of a fight.
Yeah. No, you know, you make a good point, James. And it makes me wonder, like, why all of a sudden was this feminism push? You have to look at the government. You have to look back at World War II when Rosie the Riveter was pushed out there. You got the women's suffrage. You got the Torches of Freedom, which was, we've talked about this before. It was in like 1908 when Edward Bernays crafted this false flag of a rebellion when he hired models to walk in this parade. Female models, and back then women didn't smoke because it was too masculine. But the tobacco companies wanted to have access and basically double their market. And so what they did is they paid Edward Bernays, who was the cousin to Sigmund Freud, by the way, Edward Bernays, to go out there and concoct this this subversion of culture and social programming. And he got women to smoke, and which was taboo back then. It was like the nip slip back with Justin Timberlake at that Super Bowl. Everybody gasped in horror. And they put it in all the magazines. This is all, then more and more women wanted to go out there and start smoking. And that's where it kind of really started. It does
look pretty cool. It does look pretty cool to smoke. I mean, it just
not
looks
gonna lie.
cool. I could see how they
like
got that in people.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Yeah. It's very romantic. Smoking.
I can see how they were like, it triggered on me, it worked on me, where I'm like, yeah, smoking looks cool. So I'm sure back then.
FOMO, were you a smoker for any part of your life, or do you smoke? Or
no, I always tried to get addicted to smoking cigarettes.
I tried to get addicted to smoking. That's
always
awesome.
like, even as like I would find some cigarettes as a kid, and I tried that. My dad had like cigars I would try, but no, I never. But if I'm drinking, I will I'll smoke a cigarette no matter what. If I'm drinking and out with people and we're standing around, oh yeah, I'll smoke cigarettes that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not addicted.
But you have to be drunk a little bit.
John smokes cigarettes, doesn't he? And he looks cool.
Yeah.
They should put cocaine in cigarettes. I think that they should mix that together somehow. And then I think that would be a good project.
Coke and cigarettes would be the jam. Shout out to Mersh in the chat. Let's give him a little clap. Nice guy Mersh is in the chat. We're talking about smoking and drinking and women and how FOMO tried to get addicted to smoking, but somehow she couldn't.
It helps keep you skinny too. It helps keep you skinny. So like you can either you could do, doing cocaine to stay skinny is not as healthy as smoking cigarettes to stay. Like if there's like a, what's better or worse.
I prefer the cocaine actually. Have you ever tried to kiss a woman who doesn't smoke? Because I'm not a smoker. And I dated a girl and a lady. She smoked, big smoker. Oh, bro, I couldn't handle it, bro. It just like took me out of the
moment. Did her pussy taste like trash? Did her pussy taste like trash? Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It took me out of the moment every time. And so I was like, well,
tastes like an ashtray.
Yeah, it was horrible. Well, the other thing too is she had this dog, right? This little tiny dachshund. It was a hairy dachshund. It was a very pretty dog. But that dog was like glued to her hip everywhere she went, bro. It was always with her. And I couldn't handle that shit. Like even in the bedroom, the dog had to be there, had to be wagging its tail, had to be jumping up on them, and I was just like, oh my God. And then the cigarette taste at the whole time, it was just, it's like got in my head. I couldn't perform. I was just like, what is going on here, people? It's driving me crazy. James, what about you? Have you ever tried to kiss a girl who smoked, and what was your takeaway from that?
I just thought of England and carried on, mate. You know me. If I'm in the moment, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we talk about addictions, you know what I mean? I wanted to get addicted to women, and I've always been addicted to women, and I'll die being addicted to women. Yeah. So no, I mean, it's like when you go out, right? It's a social thing, isn't it? If you go out to pubs, if you go out to clubs, if you go out to nightclubs, everyone's drinking and smoking. They all are. But the thing was, I don't know about how it is across the pond, but we've got vape shops now all over the place. It's like some kind of fucking front for something, I think. But everyone's vaping now. They're not smoking, they're vaping.
Yeah. I've got a theory about that. Hillbilly Harry says, if she smokes, she pokes. I would agree with that. Also, if she has a tattoo or any piercings, I say she puts out too. And obviously, if she has kids,
I've got a ton of tattoos, and I always put out. So fuck, goes for the territory. I guess.
Let's go. No, I think that tobacco is actually a medicine, and it's only the the chemicals that they put in it that makes it bad. And they had to get rid of tobacco. They had to get rid of natural nicotine. And if you see now, the whole synthetic nicotine market is huge, and they had to get rid of that so that the injectables that they have coming with the nanoparticles, the mRNA vaccine, which they came out. I don't know if you guys saw, but I think in the Netherlands they came out and said that it was a bioweapon just recently, and it was not a vaccine. So just wanted to say that. We got a Sage Retard dropping another Ko-Fi. Let's fucking go, Sage Retard. Big shout out to you. Big clap, clap. Let's go, Sage Retard. You the man, bro. If you guys want to support the channel, please do. Buy me and James and FOMO a tequila. It's Ko-Fi slash Ray Ray is happy. But we got a new tip from Sage Retard. It's not tequila per se, but 400 coñejos. Get you some of that. Yeah, I'll have to get some of that. That looks good. Is that a mezcal? Is that what that is? 400 coñejos. I'll write that down real quick. All right, we got that going on. I'll give that a shout out. I'll check that out. 100%. But they got this synthetic, the vapes up there. They got the synthetic nicotine pouches. They got all that stuff down there trying to push to get everybody away from the authentic, the organic structures. Rooch says they just banned flavored vapes in Chicago. Only thing that was curbing my smoking. Yeah, and then all of a sudden now they're banning it. What's going on?
Wish they ban you, bruv, and then you shut your mouth. I tell you,
I should accidentally ban him.
Yeah.
No, but they did that in Denver too. They banned you can still go to the others, the other whatever cities to get some of it. But yeah, it's just flavored tobacco. And I'm like, Colorado lets you fucking do all sorts of crazy shit, on the government or on the taxpayer dime, but you can't have flavored tobacco. We can cut your tits off. We can cut your dick off if you're 18 or younger, but you can't have flavored
what about
vape juice.
What about hookah bars? Do you guys have hookah bars in Colorado?
There's some.
Because
I've been to some, but they always seem like a front. Don't those places always seem like a front?
Yeah.
It's always
oh yeah,
they're
trafficking.
They're all the front for washing money. That's what all these vape shops are. They've cropped up all over the high street. I was in Howsham the other day when I was getting another tattoo and another vape shop, and I was going around the high street. It's a tiny little high street, and I was counting how many there were, and there was 6 or 7. They're a front for laundering money.
Yeah, I agree. That's happening more and more in LA too. You have a whole bunch of these businesses that are basically a front. You never see anybody going in there. You never see anybody leaving.
Vape shops and charity shops.
Yeah, and so that's no good. But back to the whole men and women thing about the rise of feminism through the Second World War, the torches of freedom or freedom torches, however you want to say it. I forget which one goes which. Of course, then you go to the 60s and you have that whole free love revolution. And then you got the CIA actively putting out LSD, dropping, these lab-created drugs, synthetic drugs out into the population in order to drive up the feminism, to try to create this bohemian type feel, in order to assert, this concept, this divine feminine concept into the society. You got second, third, and fourth wave generation of feminism coming down the pipe in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s, to the point today where it's not about equality anymore. And women openly say this. And I think this is crazy. And FOMO, maybe you can add a little insight here, is that women don't want equality. They want to be catered to. The contemporary woman, it seems, they don't want to go 50-50 on the date, but they do want to go 50-50 on the divorce. What are your thoughts about that, FOMO?
Yeah, I mean, and then those are the people who got in charge and stuff, and they just,
No, they totally do, and they don't like it when
make everyone else. They make everyone, especially again, all these women are strong, independent women in charge of the government or whatever. But what do? They call someone for help. They gotta call people for help. Still, it's just they won't. They think it's wrong to have a man. It's so stupid. I don't get it. But even a little bit of it that I had in my head, it's still now. I'm how did I ever think that? How did I ever even entertain that idea?
Yeah,
because it's just so against everything.
Yeah, Kelly Cat in the chat says she wants to be led, not catered to. I completely agree with that. I think it takes all the romance out of it. And maybe you could tell me, FOMO, If you
Take a woman by the hand and lead her to the bedroom, and then lead her to the kitchen, and back to the bedroom.
Yeah. FOMO, if you've ever dated a guy that you can completely dominate, doesn't that take the spice out of it? Or is that enjoyable? I don't know. I can't think it would be enjoyable. But like if a guy is a complete wet noodle and he gives you everything you want, caters to you, you know, you always asking you where do you want to eat instead of like taking charge, setting things up, taking you on an adventure or whatever. Isn't that ruin the romance a little bit? That's what I've always heard. I've heard that from women. What are your thoughts, FOMO?
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, and like the feminists hate this word, but guess what? We will it's like a submit thing, you
Yeah.
know? Like, and if you're a good man that you trust, of course you're gonna submit to him and be led. And like it just makes things so much easier to like what?
Yeah.
You know?
Does that? Would you say that are women lazy? What do you think, FOMO, or is that just, or is it something else? Like, they just want to be taken care of,
I'm
right?
lazy. I am definitely lazy. I'm, you know, as a whole, I don't know, like I don't know, because you remember, yeah, like women used to always want to trap a man and not like they think they don't have to do anything, but now, yeah, now they're all working. So I don't know. It's kind of, you know, obviously if they're black, they're lazy, but
I don't know. That's hilarious. I see him out there making these Kool-Aid
And they
pineapple.
got Kool-Aid business now, haven't they? They got that Dunkin'
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, they got that big Kool-Aid pineapple spears going on. And of course, you know, as a result of
Did you guys grow up with Kool-Aid? Did you have Kool-Aid growing up?
No, I never
I
had
grew up
Kool-Aid.
on
Nah,
Kool-Aid.
not
Like we
me.
always and they had little points on the back that you would cut and save and you get like cool. I used to have all this cool Kool-Aid swag, like towels and shirts and the little pitcher and cups. It's funny that's like no, it's like a black thing now because obviously I'm not, like our family, we were all about the Kool-Aid, but
Yeah, Kool-Aid used to be a big thing. And also, you know, used to be, I had this friend, right? He was actually he was my parents' friend and he was married but he was a big smoker and he would cut out all the Camel points too. And he had the same thing, but with cigarettes. He had all this Camel swag that was all over the place. Riley,
yeah.
shout out to Riley in the chat. He says FOMO is off black confirmed. No, 100%. The Kool-Aid swag is a must. I guess they don't have Kool-Aid swag anymore, especially because it's all with hood now.
No, and they could be clean. These black people could be cleaning up with their new businesses too. They could also be saving those points, and then they could be selling Kool-Aid swag on another market. You know.
Yeah,
But I guess they cut the point program.
Yeah,
We used to have so many. I mean, I would have hundreds of Kool-Aid points, and
really?
I'd count them up and like organize them.
Yeah, you were like
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck with the Kool-Aid points over there, just diving into
I
them.
guess so. And we drank a lot of Kool, but like we weren't fat or anything. We grew up in the like I don't know. We just that was our preferred like lemonade, the Kool-Aid lemonade, and then like grape Kool-Aid, and
Yeah.
that's like I just love that.
No, I never had Kool-Aid because my mom wouldn't let us have it because it had so much sugar in it. And when I would go to my friend's house,
You had 2 cups.
yeah,
You, like you have dumped the one thing, and then you had 2 cups.
yeah, I would go to
so much.
my buddy's house, and his mom was a single mom, and she worked nights, but she was so nice. And I loved going to her house because we would like play Sega and all that stuff. And she would like make us Kool-Aid and, you know, make us pizza pockets and all that kind of stuff. And I thought I was at a restaurant, bro. I would go to my home and I'd be like, why am I slumming it here? And you know, and my mom was like, I ain't feeding y'all that shit, you know. And I was like, I want to go back. But, you know, is it Kool-Aid because they like to put lean in it or something like that? Like grape drink? Is that why they like Kool-Aid so much? James, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. Black people are lazy. They like convenience.
No, but I thought there was a reason they like Kool-Aid so much. I thought like they added, you know, lean to it or something like that. Or
I don't know. It's a bit like orange squash where you like add water and shit like that. Is that what it is? I don't really know anything about no Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Is that even over here in England?
No, Kool-Aid. If you didn't know, Kool-Aid is just a powder. It comes in a little tiny packet. It's a concentrate. You add water to it, and then like tons of sugar to it. It makes this.
It's a bit like.
Have you seen Kool-Aid Man? The Kool-Aid Man busting through the wall memes, like.
Well,
is that the one in like Family Guy where he goes, "Oh yeah,
yeah, that's it,
yeah,
that's it,
yeah."
That was like the whatever mascot or whatever.
King Yeti's he's letting me know that lean started out in wine. and then went to Sprite. Wow, they drank lean with wine. That's crazy. I do know that Sprite. I have a lot of I have a lot of black friends, or I used to have a lot. There's not so many in the desert now, but they do. They love their Sprite and their 7-Up, Crown and Coke. They love that. They love 7 and 7, Seagrams and 7. They love that kind of stuff.
40s.
Yeah, the 40s, malt liquor. Professor Grass is asking, are you talking about purple drink? You got to say purple drink, 100%. But no, that's funny. King Eddie says, never put lean in Kool-Aid before. It would be thick and too syrupy sweet. Yeah, I've never really had lean. I do know it's that cough syrup. It's very thick. So, yeah, that coating and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but anyway, where were we before we got distracted by the grape drink, people? Grape drink.
I've just been fighting. I've just been on stream fighting with a div in the chat. That's all I've been doing today.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Hobo says, what if you want to cater while you're leading? Oh, well, you could. Yeah, talking about lead now, you could cater for sure, but I think that you have to definitely lead the woman. I think, when I think about men and women, I think about it like they're a battery. You got the masculine is the positive end, and the woman is the negative end, and you have to keep them very polarized to keep that electrical current running through the relationship. And if one gets too domineering, it kind of ruins the relationship. It has to stay in a balance. Because men are designed to be a certain way for a reason, and women are designed to be a certain way for a reason too. You might think that like a lot of the things that people say about women is that they're solipsistic, and I know that's just a big word for self-centered, and that's true. Women are solipsistic, but it's because they have to be.
That's a big word.
That's a big word, right? They have to be solipsistic because when they have children, they view the children as an extension of themselves, and they protect and cater to the children's needs.
Yeah, but when you go out, don't you get like secondhand embarrassment when you're out, say like in a social setting, like a restaurant, and you see a henpecked man? Don't you get like secondhand embarrassment when you see that? When you get this woman and she's like, I'm the boss, I'm large and in charge, and she's talking down to her bloke like her husband or her boyfriend in front of the kids and completely emasculating him. Don't you get secondhand embarrassment when you're around that?
100%. 100%. Fomo says she really wants some grape Kool-Aid now. Let's go. Fomo, go. You can make some Kool-Aid if you want to, Fomo. Let's go. No, but, I see it more and more online, though. I get the secondhand cringe of, like, people online. Like, we just had that big Frog Tony thing with Dalish, they dumped out all. I see it when I see men simping for women, like, when a guy's, like, all over a girl's Instagram or whatever, and there's, like, 100 responses of the same, you're so beautiful, I'm like, bro, what? She ain't gonna fuck you, bro. Give it up. Of course, everybody, give FOMO the compliments because she deserves them. But I'm saying to everybody else, you know what I mean? What are your thoughts on that, James?
Tell me you want to fuck me. That's all I want to hear. So.
Right, now I know what I'm doing after the stream. I'm just going to spam it. I'm spamming it every comment. No, I can't stand it. When you see like OnlyFans girls or EFOTs, and it's like, of course, I get it, right? Blokes now are so demoralized and crushed, they're out of the dating game, they're permanently stuck online, and they see these women and they're the idealized version of who they'd want to be in a relationship and who they have sex with. But a woman, right, isn't going to respect you if you keep fucking doing that.
That's
you're the most beautiful woman in the world. I love you. This woman just sees you as like a cash register. She's probably verified. She's probably got some kind of Ko-Fi or some kind of white PayPal, and she's making money out of you, and she's showing you the pitches, and she's directing you to her OnlyFans, and she's taking your money. Remember that geezer that we saw? He met that OnlyFans girl. I think it was something to do with Clav, wasn't it? And like he'd spent $3 million on her.
Oh yeah.
And she wouldn't even look him in the eye.
Yeah.
She wouldn't shake his hand because he was some kind of fat slob.
Yeah.
But he just happened to be a fat slob that had a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he'd given $3 million of his own money to some e-whore.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah. No, I agree. I want to talk about it, but we got a Ko-Fi from John real quick. Shout out to John, Miami John, Lazarus John.
Why isn't he giving me money, the dickhead? I've got my Ko-Fi in there. What's he doing?
Yeah. Shout out to John. New tip from Miami John, Lazarus the Revived. For the tequila, CP, he means Crystal Palace, people. Crystal Palace. And Prosecco fun. I keep telling women, I know that they need to get off the strong, I'm an independent woman who don't need no man bullshit. Yeah, I completely agree with that. They do. Women need to get off of that. James, going back to what you were. Thank you, John. Fantastic. I appreciate it. If you guys want to support the show,
Yeah, thank you, John, for not giving me any money. I really appreciate that.
yeah, Ko-Fi / Ray Ray's happy. Or what is yours, James? Ko-Fi / what's?
Yeah, James, grab him. I'll whack it back in a minute.
Yeah, facts. But no, going back to what you were talking about, James, is that there is this whole thing about like this whole online world where women give men or where men give women all this money, thinking that somehow because they can contribute to that they're gonna somehow get close. So this guy gives $3 million to, I think it was it Sophie Rain? I think it was, or it was one of the
something like that.
clavicular girls, and then they met in person with clavicular. And she didn't even want to touch him or talk to him or anything. And he grossed her out and she left. So, man, you better wake the fuck up, bro. That's all I got to say. You're not going to be able to buy a woman's heart. And if you are, just go get a prostitute. What is
do you remember Amaranth?
Yeah.
Amaranth was always there with her husband by her side, right? And I could never imagine being that man, right? So you're Amaranth's husband. You're always arguing, but take that aside, right? He sits there next to her in ostensibly what is the cup chair, as men all over the world lavish her with millions of dollars. Some guy, I remember I saw a clip once, he got her like 30 grand's worth of jewelry, just dropped it, and he's there, and you're like, oh, you're loving the lifestyle, but your wife has got no respect for you.
Yeah.
Because you can't provide the lifestyle that she's getting from men online, from shaking her tits about and stuff like that. I mean, that relationship was doomed to fail from the start. It's like, those relationships are fraught with danger from the jump.
Yeah. Well, I really do believe that women get addicted to the attention. And so not the men, though, right? They're addicted to the attention that they can safely receive, the money, the likes, the comments when they're on this side of the screen. But they don't want to meet any of those men in person. And men, for some reason, have grown up. And what I think it is, I think men are raised by single mothers. And they're programmed to please women because of the single mother. There's no masculine influence in the family. So they're programmed to try to, give them gifts, give them compliments, and they think that is what is going to drive attraction. But it's not. It's not. Fomo, what are your thoughts? If a man is like, giving you all kinds of compliments online, all this kind of stuff, does that weird you out? I mean, everybody should be giving Fomo compliments, obviously. But
I was gonna say now I'm old. I'm like, compliment me. But I know what you're talking about. And then those women have no idea how to have a real relationship because they're doing these online relationships with these men giving her money, but they're not doing any. Like, that's not real life. That's like even if a man is taking care of you, it's totally different than just an online relationship. Like
completely
that's
different.
why I don't understand. Just like get one. They're just they must get greedy because if I had done that, the first time a dude wanted to save me, it was like have one OnlyFans and that's all you got to worry about because these women they're not liking having to text all these different people all during the day because they're in this program where they get to talk to them. They're not happy doing that. They hate it. It's easy, I guess, for them, but they're not having fun, and it does sever a bit of humanity from you to be so caught that's where that's your only thing.
Yeah, it changes you, doesn't it?
And
I've heard I've heard that women who become strippers after about 6 months, it's very hard for them to have a normal relationship with a man after that because they know how to exploit men, they know how to manipulate men, and they tend to go around men that they can exploit or manipulate. We got Riley in the chat. He says Amaranth made herself into a brand. Same with Sniper Wolf and her ex. And that Araman, what was it? Where is it? There are a lot of e-girls are astroturfed by the men they're with. I mean, we heard this with Andrew Tate, right? Where he said repeatedly that the women would be on camera and him and his buddies would be the ones typing to the men, trying to get the money out of the men. And while the men were none the wiser, they thought they were talking to the women. So it's a huge scam.
Business genius, isn't he, Andrew Tate? Good looking man, business genius, fine entrepreneur, bruv culture.
Yeah.
You know, I find myself liking this guy more and more each day. You know.
No, you can't like Andrew Tate. No, he's not not a good guy. But
And he told us that Sneeko was gay, so I'm glad that he warned us about the dangers of Sneeko.
no, I don't think Sneeko's gay. In fact, I think Sneeko's having a daughter with somebody. Go figure on that one. But no, I think what happens is you know, this whole, you got on the one side you got these feminist women that are misdirected. On the other side you got these simp men who are completely misdirected, you know? And you would think that would be a match made in heaven, right? You would think that the feminist women would love to dominate these simp men, but it doesn't work that way, because when the feminist women actually receive or achieve their career, or they get into a relationship with a guy who's very subservient, they don't like it. They don't want it. And then what happens is the men never...
It's not a turn on. It's not a turn off.
Right, it's a turn off.
Turn off.
Yeah, it's a turnoff. And why would you think that would be a turnoff, right? There's no sexual chemistry there, right, FOMO? Or what are your thoughts on it? Why is it a turnoff?
Well, just like it's just weak. I don't know. It's like I guess those women like it better because they're more domineering. But then in the end, you don't want this like pathetic little like. Could you imagine a man like asking a woman to peg him? Like it's just like I judge that kink because it's just like, you know, it's just like that would be such a turn off to me. 'Cause it would be like,
bro, facts, bro. Yeah, you know, yeah, I would think that.
Hi, Daniel.
Well, and what kind of woman would actually would say okay, and that she would want to peg a man? Like what's going on in her mind that she's sitting there like, yeah. You know, we heard about that with Diddy, I think, you know, obviously it was the money.
When Preston Poulter, do you remember him from Comicsgate? There was like those pornos with Preston Poulter, where he was getting pegged by his wife.
Yeah.
No, that was a big thing.
Bro, that's crazy. Shout out to Daniel. Good to see you, bro. No, it's crazy. Yeah,
this is why I can't be in a relationship with D-Wag, because he's got no ambition.
I was going to say, because, well, yeah, he don't want to be pegged or whatever. I don't
He's
know.
too lazy. He's not well groomed. He doesn't work hard. You know, this is why we'd never work.
Yeah. No, but the thing about it is that like inherent in everybody is basic genetic programming. Like for example, James, I'm sure if you know, a big fat woman got naked in front of you, it's not going to get hard. Right? You're not going to get a stiffy.
I'll still try and have sex with her, though.
Clearly, yeah. But it's not going to get hard. You know, I don't know about you, but I've been on dates before where, you know, I've gotten back to the house and it was not as advertised. And I was just kind of like, oh, man, I don't know if I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, I wanted to. I went through the whole process to get there, but I just couldn't get it. Maybe it was a little whiskey dick. Maybe it was a little too much tequila. But I just couldn't get hard, so I just left and I went home. And I imagine it's the same for women. I imagine that they dry up like a fucking desert as soon as a man says...
It's easier, but women can still just lay there and take it. Like a woman can be not into sex at all and still get fucked. You know what I mean?
No.
Where like if a dude isn't turned on, it's not going to work. That's why so many women are separated from it too, because they don't even enjoy it because they're in these weird, you know, everything's just cut off from real humanity.
Yeah, no, but the thing that makes a very good point, FOMO. But for me, if I'm looking at the woman's face and she's not into it or enjoying it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm going home, or I'm gonna roll over and go to sleep. Because
I'm just gonna carry on.
Clearly, well, you know, as the good Englishman should, you know, you just keep calm and carry on. But no,
yeah, exactly. That's our slogan, isn't it? That's our saying. That's what we do. You know, you've got to go into the trenches. You know, you've got
that
to
is a pretty big trench right there. Yeah, a dry one.
Exactly.
No,
but like plow on.
Yeah, keep calm and plow on. No, but for me, I need that. I need to know that she's enjoying it. That it's a good time. That I'm taking her somewhere, you know, in her mind, or on a spiritual journey through this sexual relationship kind of thing. It's got to be hot and steamy and all that kind of stuff. And that creates a bond.
I don't really care how the woman feels, to be honest.
Yeah, well, who says that? Somebody says that the only orgasm that matters is the man's orgasm.
Exactly.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, FOMO? Of course the woman's orgasm matters. But that's more of a psychological
A lot of women,
thing.
I know girls who had babies and they didn't orgasm until even after they had babies. They had never experienced orgasm, which is their own fault. This is the problem, though. All the women are like, well, it's his fault. No, ladies. You got to find it your own. And you know what? It's weird. It might be like I just lucked out and found it as a kid, and I wasn't molested even. Like
Yeah.
I just found it,
Bonus.
Like
FOMO wasn't molested.
yeah,
Bonus. Yeah.
yeah.
What is that all
Yeah.
about? When women, how come women don't orgasm? How come they have such a hard time?
It's just harder. It's just harder for women to get totally turned on, like especially on their own. It's just not as easy as like having a dick, right? Like you could look at a picture and like your dick will get hard if you're alone, but it's just harder. It's harder for women to like get in it just takes a
They get in
lot.
the mindset kind
Like
of thing.
not that it's an excuse or like that's good or anything, but like it just
The
takes a
romance, the
lot.
hearts and the flowers, all that jazz.
I found a nice strong slap on the ass tends to do it. That'll knock them right out of that critical eye when they're like they're not in the moment. Big slap on the ass and knock on a good strong hair pull, get them right in the moment. Root says he's too old for all that. He just needs a fan in the room. Yeah, he doesn't want it steamy.
Look what Yeti said.
Yeah,
Look what Yeti said.
Yeah, Yeti.
See, I'm coming around to him now. He makes a comment like that, and I start liking him.
Yeah,
it's like fucking.
I mean, I told you guys are both good guys. You guys are gonna end up being bros. I mean, I'm
a great guy. I don't, I mean, he might not be great guy level, but he might be a good guy.
Yeah, King Yeti says women need to explore their own bodies more. It's kind of crazy how many women haven't. Bro, that's facts. What does that speak to? Does that mean that women just want to be served? They assume that men should do all the work. What's your take on that, FOMO? Or are they just naive? Are they scared? It seems like with all the sexual education out there, kids are getting taught how to put.
Nowadays, there's the weirdo teachers and the weirdo black aunties who like they'll teach how to masturbate to a kid, which that shouldn't happen either. Like it's wrong. That's wrong too. That's why I said I didn't get molested because I consider that like molesting. If you're telling, that's something that you have to figure out on your own, right? Like you have to, and being turned on, like, you're like just being turned on is like takes different things in the moment. And so if a girl's not feeling that, especially that way,
yeah.
And I mean, like if depending on how they actually do it, like some women need to actually use things to go up in there, and like that's like a pain in the ass for some of them.
Yes,
So
literally.
and I mean, you can't say there was a little too, just in general, just in my upbringing too, like women, if you're a girl and you're caught doing that, you're like, it's bad,
frowned upon,
right?
yeah,
But if a boy is caught, you're just like, the boy is told, just you do that in private, which that's how you tell any kid, is you do that in private, if they're ever like too young doing it, right?
Yeah, no, not for me, bro. I grew up in a Christian house, and that was like the big, are you possessed by a demon? You got to exorcise the demons out. You gotta go to church early on Sunday and go meet with a pastor and pray about it. And I'm like, bro, God programmed us to be this way. Why we have a problem with it?
Women should pray for more orgasms.
Yeah, 100%. Heidi Ho in the chat says, honestly, everything is easier as a woman, even coming. I think as a man, a woman can say something to knock me out of the zone. She can say, "Oh, I don't know, I'm not really into it," or she'll say, "Whatever." Even if I'm getting ready to go.
If you're a man, don't take no for an answer.
Yeah. No, if a woman starts talking about like what she's gonna do tomorrow or trying to feign like she's not into it, like for me, I need to know the woman is into it.
Sex shouldn't be a chore, should it? You shouldn't have to fucking like sex shouldn't be a chore. Sex shouldn't be like, oh, you got a planner for the week.
Yeah.
I'm like, on Wednesday at 4:00, we're gonna have some sex and it's gonna be great. It don't work like that. You need passion. You need spontaneity. Like you said, you need the slap on the ass. You need the glint in the eye. You need a bit of charm. You need a bit of romance.
No, you need that kind of.
You need to make a woman feel special, loved, cherished, like she's the most beautiful woman in the world. And when she takes her clothes off, you just got to give it to her like that. That's how you do it, mate. That's how I've always done it, and I've been pretty successful.
Now, James, have you ever like fucked a woman that you went through the night, you had a good time, and then you came to the fucking part, and you really weren't that attracted to her, and you just did it?
Yeah,
anyway?
all the time. But it's like. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like you follow through, don't you, sometimes? I mean, when you're in that situation and it's just you two alone in the bed, and if you're like, you're not in a committed relationship or something and it's just sex, well, you might as well follow through. I mean, it might not be the best sex in the world. It might not set the world on fire, but, you get it done and you move on. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think I've really had any really bad or awkward sexual encounters, even when I was younger. I mean, that's the funny thing for me. I don't say this from a bragging point of view, but it's always really come natural and easy to me.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, when people say they find it hard, I find it hard to empathize with them because it's never been hard for me. I don't know how it's been for FOMO. I don't know how it's been for you, but we're all like, without being arrogant, we're all reasonably well-adjusted, good-looking people.
Yeah.
And it's never been particularly hard for me to get women. Women find me attractive.
Yeah.
Sex is there. It's available. It's on the plate. You know, it's on the table.
Yeah. Well, don't tell the Comicsgate people that they might want to come and have a lesson, have a few classes, a little James classes or something like that.
I don't. It's a very thing. It's like, bro. It's like a mix of confidence and bravado, isn't it? You have to project this image. I think you can go about it different ways. You can dress nice. You can smell nice. You can be a gentleman. You can be a bit of a rogue. You know what I mean? You can have money. You can have a nice car. You know what I mean? Nice house. There's always ways of getting what you want. There's always ins. And some people get lucky and they find a woman that doesn't want much.
Yeah.
You know, just wants a man and wants love and wants kind of like just a nice ordinary life. You know, there's lots of women out there, and lots of women are looking for men, and lots of women are looking for hookups.
Yeah.
You know, it's out there, whatever you want it.
You bring up a good point. You got to have a lot of that bravado mixed in, and I think that the difference. There's two groups of men. I think there's men who are like raised by their mothers, or you know, maybe not by their fathers, and then men who are raised by their fathers. And there's a big difference there. Men who are raised by their mothers, or you know, maybe they don't have a strong masculine influence, are designed to please the woman, or designed to make her happy, take care of her. But there's none of that spice there. There's none of that bravado. But men who are raised by their fathers, they understand that you have to cross the line in certain areas to kind of get that woman to, like, I don't know, make her flush a little bit, like unexpected. Like, oh my God, he did that. Oh my God, he said that. Oh my God, he grabbed my ass when we were in line, you know, at the restaurant. Or, oh my God, he, you know, did this or did that. Whereas the men who are raised by their mother or a feminine influence would never dream of doing that, because that's going to disrespect the girl, and they feel uncomfortable about it.
Yeah, they're encumbered by the rules set by their mother. You know what I mean?
Right.
She tells them like, this is how a woman wants to be treated.
Yeah.
So they become encumbered by the rules that's been set by their mother. Whereas if they're with their father gives them a bigger overview.
Right.
That there's many a way to score a goal. There's many a way to skin a cat. You know, not all women are the same. I'm sure FOMO likes it different. And then if you ask someone like Kelly Cat in the chat, or you ask CCM SoCal, they like it a different way, or Heidi Ho. You know what I mean? Not every woman likes it the same way. There's more than one way to get over the line with any woman.
That's true, but every woman needs that drama. Every woman needs to feel like they're the center of the story, and they need that to be provoked in that manner. And I think that when men are raised by their mother, which is funny if you think about this, right? Their mother raises them to be the man that they want while in a marriage, but it's not the man that the mother chose when she was younger. So the mother is really handicapping their boys by teaching them how to please a woman when they go out into the dating market. They're teaching their boys to be beta men, basically, and to be men that are going to be the stepfather instead of
don't be the bad boy,
right?
But they love the bad boys.
Exactly. It's very hypocritical. But they raise them to respect women, bring them the flowers, open the door for them, pull the chair out. Now, listen, you can do that. But after she's your woman, you don't do that in the first couple of dates. And I think that's where a lot of men fuck up, is they show up, they bring the flowers on date number 1. They bring the chocolates on date number 1. You know, they have the suit on. You know, they're like, are you ready to have kids? That's a lot of pressure to put on a woman.
I don't even think I own a suit.
Of course not. Yeah, tracksuit.
Tracksuit is my suit. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can be all those things, right? You can be the perfect gentleman, right? But a woman still wants a guy who has an edge.
Yeah.
You know, that knows how to handle himself in any given situation, can put an arm around her and protect her.
Yeah.
To know that she's the most important woman in the world.
Yeah.
That she's the center of his universe.
Yeah.
And you can do that without being a simp or a wimp.
Exactly.
Or a cuck.
Roots makes a good point. He says, you just randomly got to poke him in the butt during the day. That's all. This is the way. I agree with that. Yeah, you have to keep that sexual chemistry. You have to keep that woman feeling like she's desired. You can never drop the ball on that. And that keeps that hot, steamy aspect in the relationship. What are your thoughts on that? What I said about FOMO on the women who raise men, but that's not the type of man that they chose. They raised their boys to be good boys, but earlier in their life they chose the bad boy. Women are not attracted to the good boy. They're attracted to this bad boy dynamic that makes goosebumps on their forearms and gets their nipples hard, right? That gets their makes it rain downstairs. They don't want a choir boy. No woman wants a choir boy. What are your thoughts on that, FOMO?
Well, yeah, and when those guys when those guys like grow up, a man like a real man has discernment of when he's gonna like fix the situation or if he's catering to the woman or whatever, right? But those boys are just always gonna be like they're not gonna fix anything. It's just always gonna be the emotional kind of like giving, I guess. I don't
Well,
know.
it's
So
it's a little bit of an emotional burden that they put on women too, because they're not able to
yeah.
self-regulate their own emotions. And I think really that signals to women they're not going to be good for their children or for their offspring. And women, what gets women horny is what is good to raise the kids with. It's just when the bad boys, unfortunately, are too bad and they bounce on the women after they get them pregnant, right? They don't stick around.
So it's like the Madonna whore. It's like the Madonna whore thing too, but for men, right? Like there's you want this woman who's like your mother of your children, and eventually you start viewing her as like this pure innocent thing, and you like the idea of a whore is like where it turns you on, right? Like not and your wife, you just see her as not a whore at
Yeah,
all because she's having your children,
yeah.
right? So it's kind of a similar thing, but I guess for men maybe.
No, you're right. You put her up on a pedestal and you stop poking her in the butt, like Root said earlier. And she's like, "Well, what am I? What am I? Chop liver?" As James always says. And then she feels less desired and it breaks down the relationship. So you always got to be keep that sexual chemistry going. You always got to keep her excited about it. You always got to keep that going. And also for women, how does what people say all the time is that men are supposed to catch the woman, but women are supposed to keep the men. What are your thoughts on that? Is that accurate? Is that an accurate statement, or is that not the way it is?
I mean, I guess so. It doesn't work like that here. Not that I'm like, it's just like a
What the
weird
hell are you
household
talking
over
about?
here. Wait, repeat it. Sorry, I'm stoned to the bone right
Well,
now.
I mean,
So you said
This
like,
is
stone
Look,
to
the
the
woman
bone.
needs to
Let's
do this
go.
right. The woman needs to do this right in a long term relationship to keep it healthy. A blowjob and an apple pie goes a long way to keeping things sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And stone to the bone is the way to do this. So if you guys are out there having a little toke, get a little
I've loved this stream today. It's been fucking
get a
great.
little shot of tequila. Get 4 shots of vodka like James, or pop a beer. We're just having a good time here, people. Put your thoughts in the chat too. Do you think that it's the man's job to catch the woman, then the woman's job to keep the man? Is that how it works, or is it the man?
oh, okay, like in the initial dating scenario,
Yeah, yeah.
like,
Like it's the
okay,
man's job to win the women over, and after she's won her over, it's kind of the woman's job to keep the man, or is it? How does that work? What are your thoughts on that?
yeah, yeah, no, yeah, that's yeah, okay, no, yeah, I totally feel that.
She got
That
a
is
U-turn
that.
right there. She's like, "Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm the best woman ever, obviously, and yeah, he totally pursued me, got me, and then you know,
exactly."
I keep things and yeah.
And you keep things. I love it. Yeah. No, FOMO. Obviously,
Yeah, just like
obviously, you're doing a good job. You still look fantastic. You didn't balloon up to
thank
500 pounds.
you.
Yeah, you got a megawatt smile.
I kind of want to. I kind of want to. Wouldn't that be a really cool like live stream idea for me just to gain a ton of weight? Be
No,
one of those eater people.
no, that would be
Cool.
terrible. Yeah. No, the thing is that it's not only like women have to keep their weight in check or whatever, and men do too. Men shouldn't get fat. I don't agree with that necessarily.
You listening,
He's giving
D-Wag?
you a
Men
good
shouldn't get
life.
fat.
And if he's giving you a good life, there's no if you're getting a good life, there's no excuse for you to not be like at your you don't have to be like, like Royce's wife doing like body competitions
Yeah.
or whatever. But
Yeah.
you I think at the very least, if you're being given a good life,
Yeah. Shout
you
out.
should show that.
Is
Like
that a
it
turn
should
on low?
show.
Yeah. Shout out to
Is
Marie.
that a turn on low? A muscle woman? I think that's a bit of an acquired taste.
Well, for
to be
some
honest.
guys, I mean, like Royce, obviously
Yeah.
it's great for him. So
Yeah, obviously he digs it.
But
I'm
she
just saying.
but
It's,
So they're in.
She's not always too like, and she hasn't gone like the crazy. Like I think you dry out in between. Like I would never do that. Even back when I was really lean, people would be like, "You should do that." I'm like, "Hell no,"
Yeah,
because you
no.
can't eat for like week.
No.
Like no way.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree with you. And there's a lot of ways for a woman to keep a man. It's not just her looks. It's also the concept of adoration. If a woman can adore a man, that definitely keeps me around. That's one of the primary things that I look for when I have a girlfriend. If she adores me and I adore her, that goes a long way. Roots in the chat says the megawatt smile is going to be my new go-to line with the chick. Yeah, do it, bro. Tell them they got a megawatt smile, that they just light up the room. That's another thing, is give women compliments about things that they normally don't get compliments about. If a woman has a great rack and all she ever hears is, bro, you got a great rack, give her a compliment on how good her hair looks, or how good her smile is, or how
big her areolas are.
Yeah.
Just go in with that.
Well, hopefully that she's got huge diamond cutters, and you're working with them all on the regular. But yeah, give her a compliment about something she's not used to having. And hopefully she's not flashing those areolas around 100%. I had a train of thought, but I just lost it. Heidi Ho says she loves dates and being spoiled, but she's also men are due their prize after putting in the work. Maybe I'm just old, but the chase is done and I'm caught for the good. No, you're not old. You're mature. People are designed to mature into life. You're not supposed to stay, 19 your entire life. Bro, imagine this. How much of a nightmare would it be, James, if you had to go on a first date and that's all you ever did? You had a new girl every first date. It was the same conversation. Oh, what do you like to do? Oh, what position? Oh, what's going on? Bro, that would kill me, bro. I hate first
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, Jay's loved it. Yeah.
First date every day. So I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Mate, it sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm living the dream. Now, I can't imagine, right? Like, I'm 45 now. I feel it. I do feel it. And I can't imagine getting that thrill of the chase buzz for much longer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm ready to hang up the boots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A retired Lothario. I don't want to be a super aging Lothario in my 60s.
Yeah.
I want to be a retired Lothario. I want to get out of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone said to me once when I was in my early 20s, he said, you know what's going to happen to you, James? You're going to be just like Michael Caine in Alfie. You're going to be there on London Bridge and your dog's going to come along and you're going to say, well, what have I got?
Yeah.
What's it all about? I got some money. I got a car. I got a nice drum. I got a few quid in my pocket, but I haven't got peace of mind. Yeah. And without that, you haven't got anything. And I think about that now as the older I get. I haven't got peace of mind. I want that.
Yeah.
I want a long-term relationship where I'm happy and I'm settled. And I want the excitement. Yeah. I want the buzz. Yeah. But I also want a bit of normality. You know what I mean? I never envisaged being single in my 40s. Yeah. It's not what I had planned. But, life throws you a few curveballs, doesn't it?
Yeah, it totally does. Could you imagine that? FOMO, we got our bachelor, James. He's thinking about retiring the old bachelor shoes, hanging up the hat a little bit, as it were.
Well, that's what everyone wants. In the end, you want companionship. That's such a huge part of it. You want to have someone who's in your life who doesn't make your life harder, hopefully makes it better.
Yeah.
Go through things with and that just makes it is a peace of mind.
Yeah.
I would never trade what I had one other boyfriend before him, and I was like, and that was so much work going from one relationship. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. I would.
No,
I'm in it to win it.
You bring up a fantastic point. When you get into a good relationship, you are surprised at how long you stayed in the bad ones. I'm not saying that your previous one was bad. I'm talking from my experience,
right, where
I put a lot of work into it, and then you get with somebody and you just click, and it's just easy breezy, beautiful. Cover girl, 100%. We got D-Wag in the chat. He said he read on a Facebook post that said women just like to be insulted. So he walks up to a chick and says, "What's up, Ogo? Want to smash?" He says it didn't work, but he tried it 8 times. It's a true numbers game. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that different women respond to different things. When you have women that are very, very attractive, they're not used to that whole nagging concept. But of course, why would you got to do what you got to do to get into it. But of course, 7s and below, they don't respond well to nagging concepts. Do people try to nag you, FOMO? Do they walk up to you and say, "Oh, give you backhanded compliments, trying to get your attention," and you could tell they just
I
want?
mean, online all the time,
Yeah.
but like I don't like it. It's always been kind of funny to me, especially like I don't know. Like one time, one guy said, "Your teeth are messed up." He said, "My teeth are messed up."
Yeah, you've got
And like,
perfect
because
teeth, by
there's
the way. Yeah, I'm like,
what?
what are you
What?
talking about,
They
bro?
just say stupid shit.
Yeah.
And no, it's funny to me, but and then it is like, but there is that aspect of like being teased a little bit. Where that's where like the negging thing kind of because you do like to be teased a little bit, but that's like turned into this
We'll see. Okay.
I
formulaic.
teach women all the time. I tell that Kelly cat she's got a mustache.
Well, does she have a mustache? I don't know. No, FOMO.
Well, she shaves it all the time, so no one notices, does she?
Oh, there you go. Well, FOMO, you bring up a fantastic point. You have this whole like red pill, concept, this whole red pill world, where I feel like it's a lot of these like beta males or these simps or however you want to classify them, men that aren't raised with masculinity, perhaps, that try to come up with a formula. We talked about it earlier, where the masculine men, they like to provoke the women. They make them flush sometimes with something that they say. They cross the boundaries in certain ways that make women really attracted to them. And other men notice this, and so they try to develop this algorithm or this formula to do it. And giving negs is one way to do it. But I find it never works. It's like they're trying to approximate how a masculine man becomes without actually being masculine. That's what it comes across to me. Is that how you view it?
It's something you have or you're not. Like James just said, it just comes easy, and some people just have it, and some people don't. And these people like put it to a formula, and maybe it does work to some extent because a lot of people are NPCs. There's women NPCs. There is going to be that aspect of it, but yeah, it just depends on who they're.
Well, hold on real quick, FOMO. I just dropped out your audio. Let me fix that real fast. I'm gonna fix it. Here we go. Oh, what are you talking about? Everything.
I love this girl. I love this girl so much.
FOMO
I love this girl so much.
She said, "Oh, it wasn't important." You're back, FOMO. So say what you're going to say. Women are NPCs. A lot of women are NPCs. That's why they're.
So the formula does work for some people, and maybe people even have. We'll call it game or whatever, for lack of a better word. Like, it works out, but
I think it's
they've
called
made it.
Riz
They push
now,
it too
FOMO.
far,
It's called Riz.
and they're just too in their head. These internet people are just too in their head. They've had 20 years of being chatting with other incels or whatever, and like, they'll seriously be like, I don't have a good enough chin, so I'll never get a like, and they'll be so serious, and it's like, bro, I never had tits. I don't have I haven't had to work for almost 20 years. So like maybe some of these things that we're told like aren't actually like there's not a formula to it. You don't have to be this.
Right. No,
they take it too far.
I think it's just they are insecure with putting themselves out there. I think that's fundamentally what it is, and they invent these strategies to try to like somehow they don't want to really put themselves out there, and so they invent these strategies and these rules to like try to become this guy. Saturday Night Live did it with what was it, the guys who did the brothers,
Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah, Night at the Roxbury guys. They didn't want to put themselves out there, so they invent this character, this motif, where they could just go up there and be like, "Oh, hey, you're pretty attractive. Too bad you don't have an ass," or something like that, and then like thinking that somehow is gonna work. And most women are gonna be like, "Bro, fuck you, dog." Really, the best thing men can do, in my opinion, is just to go to the gym, work on looking better. Like, not everybody's a 10, not everybody's a 9.
You listening to this, D-Wag?
But people can have a nice body, people can dress nice, and then people can carry themselves with some class. And also, I think that, you look at women, and women have fallen in love with this fantasy, this Instagram fantasy. I think men have too, to some extent, because men all think that they want to get a fashion model. When, bro, not every man's going to get a fashion model. James, some men are just going to get, a nice mid.
I want a woman with arthritis so she can't run away.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So she has to stay in bed.
No, but I think the problem is what's happened. People think too much. You know, there is such a thing of overthinking. You know, we've got like dating coaches now and we've got life coaches, and everyone is looking for external help when they should be looking internally. Me, how you did it, how I did it, how FOMO did it, our life was simple. We came of age and we went out into the world. We went out into clubs, we went out into pubs, we went out into nightclubs, and we were battle tested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We took the rejections, we took our licks. And women can tell inauthenticity from a mile off. They know if you ain't got it, you know, if you're pretending to be someone that you're not. So you have to go in there, you have to be authentic, and you have to trust that your best self is going to be good enough.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And if you find a woman who accepts that, then you're golden.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the women that don't want to accept you. You know what I mean? Worry about the woman that wants to accept you, wants to give you a chance, wants to know you, wants to like grow a relationship. That's what you got to do. And you got to get out there in amongst it.
Yeah.
You got to feel it. You got to smell it. You got to touch it. Get off from behind. I know this is ironic considering we're on Zoom and streaming, but you got to get off the fucking computer. You got to get out there into the big wide world, and you got to smash it to bits like we did in the old school.
Yeah.
You got to be more like the old school people, not the new school people. They're fucked.
No.
They have no social cohesion. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to balance. They don't know how to move. But we do.
Yeah.
And that's why we're still successful.
Yeah. We got 3 chats coming in real quick. We got Hillbilly Harry says his formula is just to be very tall and handsome. I think it's a pretty good formula.
Yeah, there you go then. You won.
Yeah, we got CK in the chat. Shout out to CK. Good to see you, bro. CK's in the chat. We got D-Wag in the chat. He says, Ray, tell James to stop fat shaming me or I'm going to have to go to the gym and stop playing video games. So that's the other thing. Does I
want him to get in shape so we can have our happily ever after. Is that too much to ask, D-Wag? Come on.
D-Wag is he's
an incredibly handsome man. You should see these photos of his Loverboy era.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. He's just hiding in this homeless millionaire arc that he's got going on right now. That's what
I can make him a winner, right? I'll tell you how I'm going to make you a winner, D-Wag.
Yeah.
You have a shit, you have a shave, you have a change, and then you will have the women all over you.
Yeah, 100%. But no, I think that's very important. Is that men put their best foot forward and get out there and eat some shit sandwiches. You're not.
It's fun though, isn't it?
Yeah. You're not going to be able to go out there and not have your pride broken. It's going to happen. I think so many men are so afraid of rejection that they create these strategies and these systems to avoid rejection. No, be a guy and go full on into the rejection and try to get rejected. Make it a game. If you gamify it and try to have like the best rejection story, then it becomes easy. It becomes fun. 100%. Oh, we got D-Wag saying he doesn't like taking baths in the chat. I don't know where that came from, D-Wag. But shit in a shave, in a shower. But you could take a shower, D-Wag, that'd be all right. 100%. No, but that's what you got to do. You have to and that's part of the allure of masculinity is that rejection doesn't bother you. Now I have noticed this: rejection bothers women like a motherfucker, right? FOMO, have you ever had that experience, or have you seen girlfriends that? A little tiny rejection has just like stayed in their head for like a week, and they just keep talking about it. They can't get over it.
I've never been rejected.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I don't think FOMO you've ever been rejected, but
okay.
Yeah, no, girlfriends.
Of course, I wouldn't know what that's like.
No, girlfriends. Yeah.
No, but for real, sucks. It sucks. I was gonna say earlier, it's nice that James goes through with sex because if you leave it halfway through and you're not turned on, that's like heartbreak for that woman. So James is doing it right.
He's really a feminist.
It hurts. And if people are like, the woman will think that it's going deeper than it really is, and like, there's the communication.
Oh, it always goes deeper.
Your heart starts.
See, that's a great example right there, right? I mean, that's a good way to provoke. And
it's good though, isn't it? You can be on a stream and you're not tongue tied.
Right.
Look, FOMO is in a very attractive woman, and like you and me, we're not on here like tripping over our fucking tongue.
Right.
We're flirting, we're doing the bands, we're having a laugh, we're having a chit chat. That's what you've got to get into. It's like a fucking dance.
Yeah.
The male dance, the female dance, going back and forth. It's like birds.
Right.
Have you seen when birds are at it?
Yeah.
They do the little fucking dance before they have sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that. It's nature.
Literal birds
human nature.
Or lesbians? What are we talking about here, James?
All the fucking birds, mate. They're all at it.
No, that's right. I think that's the thing that I have such a big problem with social engineering is it's trying to engineer through socialization, through social strategies, the genetic disposition of men and women. Keep the gender ideologies, keep the gender roles, keep the battery, keep the feminine, keep the masculine, and put it together, and it makes that spark. But they're trying to take it apart. The feminism takes it apart. The simps that just want to be like, what do they call it? They call it tricking. Yeah, when guys are tricking and basically trick on women and try to buy their love. Bro, you cannot buy a woman's love. You can't buy a bitch's love. You have to romance it. You have to understand how to do that. But you can do that as a man. And also you can't, when I tell men, I say, hey, if you're not like an attractive guy, if you're fat or whatever, you can only demand from the market what you bring to the market. You can't go out there and demand. If you're a poor guy, you're probably not going to get a supermodel. You got to bring the looks, you got to bring the charm, you got to bring the charisma. Now, if you're a pool boy, you could probably fuck a couple of millionaires' wives.
MILFs.
Yeah, a couple of MILFs or something, but it's not going to be a long term. James, have you ever been in that kind of situation where you were the pool boy, around a MILF or anything like that? Have you ever had that experience?
I had a friend. I won't name names for obvious reasons.
Right.
But I used to when I was in like my late teens, early 20s, we used to go around his house before we go out like to the pubs, to the clubs. And his mother was a divorcee and she was a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
Right. And she took a shine to me.
Of course.
And I thought this was an extremely awkward situation.
Right.
So I did what anyone else would do in that situation, and I immediately had sex with the mother.
Let's go, James. Immediately made the conversion.
I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. If someone at that age, if it's offered on a plate, you're gonna take it. But like women are like that, you know what I mean? They're like they don't get when the cougars, when it like Cougar Town, they come along. They're still attractive. They're still very sexual. Say FOMO was like, she's not single, but say she was single and she suddenly was in the market. Do you think men who were in their 20s wouldn't find her attractive?
Of course they would. Yeah,
wouldn't want to date her. Wouldn't want to have sex with her.
Yeah.
It's an obvious fucking thing. They would.
Yeah.
Because because she's good looking. She's got great personality. She's in shape. Her dating pool would be so wide.
Yeah.
But then you'll get some woman who's a divorcee who hasn't kept herself in shape, isn't really got the bants or the banter. Her dating pool is tiny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just horses for courses.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And I think a lot of men don't understand that women are extremely sexual. They're more sexual than men, I would even say. And if you're
especially as they get older, here's the thing with women, and another reason why women kind of don't always find their orgasm when they're young or whatever. Like sex is more. This is when feminists have gone totally against this, but like sex at that age is more to get the man and procreate.
Yeah.
That's when you're supposed to do it, like when you're younger, and
Right.
then you have kids, and then and then she's like, you're keeping each other like. And now she's like, oh, we can have sex for like more fun. Like it's more fun. It's not as much like, so yeah, older women. I mean, that's the whole reason like the whole swingers are older, right? Because it's like their kids are older. Now they want to go out and have fun or whatever. And the woman's actually like, wow, I'm so hot. And the man's proud of it. Like all that. So yeah, they definitely, the cougars on the older women. Yes. I'm my really good liberal friend. I always call him liberal friend because that's what I have to call him. He's loved fucking older women since like we were in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, even though because we're 40, I'm like, are you still fucking older women?
Yeah,
like we're 40.
Was he going
and
for
he's
like 60-year-olds now, or is he?
Yeah, but more like just way closer in age now, right? Like 50s. But he's like an engineer, so he's too busy half the time, anyways.
Yeah.
But I know it just made me laugh because at one point you get old too, So
No, I agree, and I feel bad for engineers, man. Engineers are like the best guys out there, but they get so little play because women are like such an anomaly to them. Of course, I went to college.
Well, he's a Chad liberal. But what's funny is he just got a new job. He got his doctorate and he just moved to Ohio.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, there's a lot of Indians here. And I'm like, yeah, there are, aren't there? I'm like, my liberal friend's gonna get racist because it's a huge tech hub, So like there's tons of Indians there. And he's like, whoa.
Bro, that is
nothing
true.
to do with anything.
There's a ton of Indians in, especially in engineering, in school. I even had a couple of Sikh buddies, and they would show me their knives, bro. No lie. They do. They carry them knives on them all the time. Yeah. Yeah, this was like, back, 15 years ago or whatever. Yeah, they carry knives on them and all that kind of stuff. And we would be in lab, doing our engineering thing, building, all kinds of whatever with our oscilloscopes and all that kind of shit. And he would just be like, "Oh, you want to see my knife?" And he'd like pull it out, and we like, "Oh wow, a big old fucking knife." And I was just like, "God damn, don't get in an argument with him, bro."
Do you know where there ain't a ton of Indians?
Where? In India?
India.
No, there's still a ton of Indians in India.
They're all left, mate.
No,
they're all left. They're all in America, mate, and England. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Well, it's interesting because the last couple of years has really lifted this veil on these other cultures and like dating into these other cultures. Like James, have you ever dated into another culture? Have you ever dated like?
I'll have a laugh. Come on, that's such a stupid question, isn't it?
Well, have you ever? I'm gonna guess no. Shout out to Mr.
No, my dating pool consists of white women, and it's always been white women, and there'll always be white women. Yeah. I don't mean to be racist, but I'm racist.
Yeah, 100%. What? I'm sure you haven't, FOMO. You only had one boyfriend, and now you have Mr. FOMO. But did you ever go out on a date with any other groups of people, and did they treat you any different, or no? Was it just all hunky dory?
No.
Yeah.
I lived. It was just very white out here at that time. So. Yeah. But I'm worried for my niece. So my niece.
Okay. Yeah. What about your niece?
She's going to college in Denton, Texas, basically, where it went from 3% Indian to 30% Indian, that Tyler Livery area thing. Oh, yeah. She's very smart. She's very awkward. She's not. My sister did a good job of raising her to be modest and stuff because she's very developed now. I'm afraid though. I'm afraid because she's such a brainiac, and they were raised smart kids, so they were around Indian kids more than I ever was because they're the smart kids. But I'm worried. Not worried, but I'm like, my other niece, they moved to the South, and guess what? She's dating, and I'm like, whoa! I'm the racist in the family. My parents fled Chicago because of blacks, right? And I was more bleeding heart when I was younger. You can't say those jokes, but they're funniest jokes. Now as an adult, I'm like, oh my god, my dad was hilarious. But they're like, ugh.
No, it's facts.
I'm the racist now. I'm the racist in the family.
No, how is it racist if you have in-group preference? I never understood that. Everybody else can have in-group preference, but you can't.
I think about that more about lineage too. And I do think about that. There's already so much mixing within even whites and stuff. And I'm it's just funny because it's wow. When your family used to be so you think, and then now your niece is dating a black guy, so it's they have to be okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. We got D-Wag in the chat. He's asking James, what about Italians, James? Did you date an Italian?
Yeah, they're white.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
they're kind of white. Yeah, the Moors, it's like what FOMO said, with the Moors in Sicily, but I'm not Sicilian, I'm Roman, so I think we're all right. But
I'm Sicilian.
Yeah.
So you're part black.
Let's go, FOMO. No, I've dated all kinds of.
But I don't want accidents to happen. That's what FOMO was saying. My thing is say we had unprotected sex, right? And I got this bird pregnant. Yeah. And then I'm rooting against myself, really, aren't I? Because everyone's always saying, liberal media, they gloat about it. People like Anderson Cooper, they can't wait for the day where whites are a minority in America. I don't know if they are yet, but they can't in this country. The media, left-wing media is gloating that they can't wait for whites to be a minority in my country. Yeah. And I'm not going to be a part of that. So if I have a family, it's going to be a white family.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. We got Hillbilly Harry in the chat. He says he went out with an El Salvadorian whose mother liked him, but still threatened him with a gun if he hurt her daughter. No, I agree. You bring up a good point, Harry. There's a much more in-group preference for these other races of people when you're dating. I already shared before on last time that I dated a Chinese girl, and she didn't want to introduce me to her family. Same thing happened with, I think I dated different races of people, and they refused to bring me around their family. And that's when I finally caught on oh, hey, wait a minute. These people have a strong in-group preference, and they don't want to bring me around. They don't want me to be around. I don't, for whatever reason, because I don't speak the language or because whatever, they don't want. They're embarrassed of me. Is the impression that I got, and so that was like a real big wake up call. And then I started thinking about, well, if I can't go with their group, which group can I go with? Then I try to find my group, and of course I've dated.
Did she end up marrying an Asian?
No, she ended up. I don't think they got married, but she had a baby with a white guy, and I think she's a single mom now, or something like that. And then a couple of the other
teacher.
Yeah, the couple of the other ones did the exact same thing. They're all strong, independent women now. They've completely turned their back on their culture. They don't do what their culture is. So even feminism destroys their culture. That strong boss babe mentality. So that's pretty crazy. D-Wag's asking in the chat, isn't Sicilian a type of a pizza? I think he's trying to get at you, FOMO, get your goat a little bit. 100%. Miami John says he would have guessed that James was Sicilian, not FOMO. Everybody's shocked that FOMO's Sicilian. Yeah, bro, FOMO's in the family. She's a Sicilian 100%. But that's another thing, too. Is like when you have kids, you want the kids to look like you. Is that the wrong thing to ask, FOMO, that you kind of want the kids to look like you?
Yeah, I mean, even within Italians and stuff like that, they want you to marry other Italians, you know, and you want your kids. Yeah, that's fair.
And God forbid if you date somebody Jewish. Have you ever heard the hoops you got to jump through if you want to be in that family? You got to convert to Judaism. You got to go the whole 9 yards, and you got to do homework and schoolwork and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's a very difficult process. Yeah, that's crazy. I got one story that I wanted to bring up. I don't know if everybody has seen this. We had I think I talked about it earlier with behind the scenes with you guys. But we have this girl, and she actually cheated with her boyfriend, who's a streamer. She cheated with her boyfriend with her cousin. With her cousin. Of course, I watched this on Asmongold. Asmongold Reacts for the maximum hilarity. But she cheated on her boyfriend, who she was living with her boyfriend, right? He was paying all her bills, and she cheated on him with her blood cousin. Now, the crazy thing is the boyfriend, the way he figured it out, right? He was doing pretty good in streaming. And the way that he figured it out was that he had this kitty litter box. It was like a $900 kitty litter box. And the kitty litter box just so happened to have a camera on it. And the camera caught her FaceTiming naked with this other man when he reviewed the video. So what he did is he ran and he got her phone after he saw that video, and he went through the phone and it found it all out, right? He found out that she was cheating on him with her cousin. Like she would leave him and he go on family events, and of course he thought
Wait, with her what? Her
cousin. Her cousin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and they would go on family events. So he thought that she was with the family. Turns out she was with the cousin, and they were going on trips and fucking. Okay, and he would give her money to go on these family trips and pay for it and everything. Here she is fucking with the cousin. Well, with the cousin. Well, that's crazy, right? We're going to talk about that. But what I want to really talk about is she made a video about this, saying why she left him was because he was abusive. Now, FOMO, why is it that when women leave men, they have to ruin their reputation? They have to claim abuse. I mean, like we saw it with Riley and Mint Salad. We see it with all these people that when the women leaves, they can't just leave. Like Mint Salad cheated on Riley, ran off with some other fella. She couldn't just leave and let that be. She had to come back and then smear Riley, say that he was abusive and all this stuff. Same thing with this girl. She has to make this video saying how abusive he is. We saw it with Tectone, if you guys are big streamer people. The same thing happened to Tectone, to the point where Tectone ended up suing this bitch because she was defaming his character. How come women can't just go away once they cheat on a man if they get caught? Is it because they can't handle accountability? Like, what the hell's going on with this, FOMO? What are your thoughts?
I was going to say, I mean, are you expecting accountability from women? Because, no. Yeah, I mean, I think it is, and they have to like you see this like in divorce stories and everything, and they just have to like steamroll into this serious story that they never let up of like I've had this happen with a friend whose like husband had hit her, and like she told me one story, and then all of a sudden the story changed, and it was like,
Yes.
and then they got repeating and repeating and repeating because it's like the more you're saying what this it's black magic, right? The more you're saying what didn't happen really, but
Yeah.
yeah, they just can't take it. I mean, it really is as simple as like they did something really fucked up. I mean, God, fucking your cousin,
Yeah.
like going on family vacations and fucking your cousin,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's just that's wild.
Yeah. Mr. Jiki says,
And
bet.
then it's public, so she's got to like hide her.
Well,
She's got to make safe face or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, exactly. So she come out, and Mr. Jiki, you're right. She said he had a small dick and all this kind of stuff. But it turns out what had happened was
You're a cousin fucker. You're a cousin fucker. You have nothing you can say to anyone.
Right,
You're
right.
a cousin fucker, lady. Like
what happened was it turns out that the two children, when they were very young, were experimenting with each other. And it was fucking wild. And that's where it all came from, is that they were experimenting with each other, and she's just been sexually connected to this guy ever since
it
she
was
was...
a long-term relationship.
Yes!
It was a long-term relationship.
Yes! Yes. Oh, bro, look who we got now. D-Wag, what the hell is going on? How did you turn up? Where'd you come from, D-Wag?
Oh, bro, I just was in bed, man. I'm wearing the same shit I had on yesterday.
D-Wag is wearing the same
Like,
outfit.
babe.
Let's go. Bro, I told you, James, I told you, D-Wag gonna show up
I
anytime.
wore this 2 days in a row, man.
He's gonna show up at any spot. James, what are your thoughts on that? What's going on with D-Wag? Is he trying to steal your scene again? What the hell? Where did James go? I think James James left.
Hi, D-Wag.
Oh, James
What
left. Oh, jeez.
No, he's coming back. He's coming back. Good to see you, D-Wag. What do you think about the cousin fucker, D-Wag? What the hell's going? And then
man,
bro, and then she smears this guy's name and says he was abusing her. She said she said he was economically abusing her. He wasn't giving her enough money, bro. Think about that.
Yeah. I was so I actually came on. I had some stuff I had to do earlier, so that's why I couldn't change. Anyways, this story, I just saw this, and I was like showing it to like my best friend, who's like going through.
It doesn't exist.
He wasn't. Shut up, James. I'm kicking you out. You're not my friend anymore. Or at least for not right now. But my best friend is going. She wasn't a cousin fucker, but like he's got like a same issue where this lady, this like crazy bitch, is trying to like say he did all this like wild shit. You know what I'm saying? And like if you knew the guy, it's nothing you do. So yeah, but he wasn't with a cousin fucker. But that shit's wild, bro. Like so like people don't realize like, or for you guys who don't know, she was like showing like these pictures where there was blood all over the bed, and she was like forcing, and the guy brought receipts. She wanted him to sleep with her on her period. And so she goes on these streams and was saying that he was like abusing her and shit, right? So luckily for that dude, he had the evidence. But
yeah,
Ray, you were talking, it's like the reason these women, I feel like they have to smear these guys is because when they get embarrassed.
Yeah, when they get embarrassed.
When they get embarrassed, they have to like a proportion, smear these guys to justify their actions. So like the crazier shit they done, the crazier shit that their boyfriend was doing to them. Yeah. It's not my fault. Like he wasn't showing me enough love. He was doing the stuff to hurt me, and like he wasn't taking care of my needs financially. Yeah. This bitch was on. She was telling that guy, the guy that's me and Ray are talking about. She was telling him not to say that they were together, so she could get money from other guys.
Yeah. She was definitely doing the girlfriend experience. She was tricking 100%. Yeah. And FOMO, you bring up a very good point in chat. I saw you put the step family porn is a major category for a reason. Even family porn, they're pushing this shit where it's like your stepsister, your cousin.
Shout out Brandy Love. Shout out Brandy Love. She follows me on Twitter. Best stepmommy.
Oh yeah, is she the best stepmommy? Let's fucking go. Yeah, we'll try to get
one of me. Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, if you guys are such good friends, we'll try to get Brandy Love on the Love Boat 3. Maybe we'll try to reach out and get her to come on. But no, what about that, James? Well, what's going on with all this family porn shit, bro? Are they trying to like brainwash kids so they fuck their lives up when they're younger? Like, what's going on?
Do you know what this woman's new stream's called?
No, what's her new stream called?
Keep It in the Family.
Bro, it's all in the family. She's definitely doing that for sure.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, but FOMO's right. If you go on any porn site, you get fucking incest, taboo, step family, stepmom, stepfather.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's all over there. Obviously, I don't watch it because you need a VPN now in this country to watch porn.
Really?
But I'm just saying, I know.
Loser.
What the hell, bro? That's crazy.
I know you degenerates over in America are watching it all, but you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, Keir Starmer's clamped down, you know, and obviously with the X ban coming in probably and social media ban and all that shit. But I digress. Yeah, it's a thing, isn't it? It's like a fucking cultural phenomenon going around at the moment. This taboo family shit, man, and for it to actually be real and played out. And when you said, I was like, this is going to be second or third cousin. When you said first cousin, I was like, fucking hell. Because in this country, they tried to ban, right, get this. In England, we tried to ban first cousin marriage, but we couldn't ban first cousin marriage because it's prevalent in the Muslim, Pakistani, Indian communities, and they are the major voter base for the government Labour. So they were like, no, we can't ban first cousin marriage. So we got all these retarded kids floating about there on fucking.
You got a bunch of potatoes over there. Yeah, a bunch of potatoes.
Yeah, exactly, man. Fucking hell. The gene pool, man. I tell you.
Mr.
They're going to end up like D-Wag.
Yeah. D-Wag, you ain't going to take that, are you? Don't take that, D-Wag.
No.
He's got 150 IQ, apparently. I've just never seen it.
No, D-Wag is. D-Wag's a one of those closet millionaires. He tries to keep it on the DL, bro. 100%.
No, nobody likes a genius, and I'm definitely not. But yeah, Brandy Love, you guys get Brandy Love on here, man. Let me know. I'll wear my good hat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll try to hook that up. We might even try to get you guys one.
They can film a scene together, can't they?
Yeah, let's go.
You know what it'll be? It'll be the hottie and the hobo.
Yeah, the hottie and the I like that. The hottie and the hobo.
Hey,
that's fire, actually, James. That's a banger idea. Like that's a banger.
Wouldn't you like to do a scene with Brandy Love? You know.
Yeah, put it out there. Get it all
slightly worn, slightly used.
Yeah,
I'm desperate. I'll take anything.
Broken in. Now. I love it. Yeah, broken.
Get Scarlett in there as well. Get Scarlett and Ralph.
Oh, wow, no, keep them out of it, bro.
James, James could be the snack tray guy. You know what I mean? He's walking around with hors
Fuck off. I want to be the producer. I want to be the guy with the camera, mate.
Yeah. There you go. 100%. We got Mr. Cheeky in the chat. He says family porn is the Jewish category. I kind of think all porn is the Jewish category. FOMO says, I totally don't watch any of that, of course. Yeah, thanks, FOMO, for the clarification. Why would you?
Yeah, I had to clarify that I don't watch any of that stuff.
Yeah, why would FOMO, a fucking dime piece out here with a solid relationship, need to watch porn? I got no idea on that one. King Yeti says, so it's legal to marry your first cousin, but you can't watch porn? Like, that's wild.
Yeah, it's a crazy world, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
That's modern day England for you, bruv.
Yeah, shout out to On the John in the chat. He says, my country's dragging its feet to get that internet ban shit off the ground. Yeah, On the John up in Canada, I heard they're trying to ban parts of the Bible, making that hate speech up there. So that's fun. 100%. King Yeti says slightly used is the understatement of the year. Yeah, 100%. Let's ask this question. At any point in your life, would you have made porn? D-Wag, would you have ever made porn? What are your thoughts on that?
Ooh. Okay. So I did not. But
no,
dude,
not have weird. You made like a video. Would you actually like be a porn star? Would you have done that at any point in your life?
The recruiters. There was like these recruiter people that were coming around. Like there was like this deaf chick and like this guy, and he would like buy you dinner and shit. And like he would try to convince these like I think actually a couple guys I knew like jerked off for some gay website or something. Yeah, like they got like $1,500 or something. And I was sitting there like, man, I need some new rims. You know what I mean? I'm 19. And I was considering it.
You were thinking about jerking off?
Oh my God, dude.
To get them rims, bro. Yeah.
I mean, at the time, I had 6-pack abs and shit. I was sitting there, you know what I mean, confident as a bean, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, super glad I did not go through with that. You know what I mean?
I think that's the blackest.
I still got my rims.
That's the blackest shit I think I've heard you ever say.
Yeah, no, that's a true story too. That's not, like half the shit I say usually is, for the laughs
Yeah.
and shit, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
But
Zayd,
that is a true story. Like,
shout out to
yeah.
Zayd in the chat. He says, let's cut to the clip. Zayd, he didn't do it, bro. He didn't end up doing it.
I didn't do it, man. I mean, I should have maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended up getting those rims, but
Yeah.
man,
A different way, right?
A
different way.
Yeah, I got them a different way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it took a few weeks of hard work.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah, instead of
Actually,
15
having to work.
seconds of ecstasy. Nacho the Great says D-Wag's voice sounds like Dave Brocky, 100%. FOMO, was there ever a point in your life that you would have done porn? Probably not, right? I mean, you had a good dad.
Well, I did nude modeling, which wasn't erotic or porn, but like there's nude pictures of me out there. But I still wouldn't do porn.
Well,
I don't know.
Different.
I couldn't do that.
That's different.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are they? I can't find them.
Yeah, you gotta search harder.
It's ridiculously easy to find them. Actually,
Yeah,
I've just been like,
no, I think
that's just me.
No,
hey, I'm glad. I was like way hotter too then, so I'm like, I got all this proof of how like fucking hot.
No, I have no objection to women capturing their beauty, and I think there's an artistic component to that. I'm talking about like getting.
I mean, you should don't follow in my footsteps, like.
Yeah. I'm talking about doing a video where 7 Japanese men are coming on your face. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. I'll probably avoid that.
No, but then he was saying like that's a huge OnlyFans category. It's just straight dudes who jack off, and there's like gay dudes around that pay them just to watch, and it's straight men doing it.
It's true. It's because gay men have this fantasy about straight men. This is something that I don't know. Like I've been around like fag hags and all that kind of stuff a lot, right? You're around all these kind of women that have these gay best friends or whatever. And for some reason, these women can't get it through their fucking thick head that every gay man wants to turn the straight friend gay or have one shot at him or whatever. When I go out with these women and they bring their gay friends and they're always like hitting on me and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure D-Wag and James probably had similar experience.
Yeah.
Drop D-Wag out of that conversation.
What?
Yeah.
Shut up.
They all buying you drinks and stuff, trying to say, if you're gay, how do you know you're not gay if you never tried it? And, you always be like, bitch, I know I don't want to burn my hand off in acid, too. I don't want to try that shit. James, was there ever a time in your life where you would have been a porn star?
I'll still do it now if you give me enough money. Fucking hell.
How did I know?
Fuck you, pay me, mate. If Brandy Love wants to like pony up some money, I don't know, I'll do it. No, fuck.
Hey,
I
called dibs.
Yeah,
I called dibs.
You called dibs. The only bad thing about male porn stars...
I'll take sloppy seconds after D-Wag.
Yeah. No, the only bad thing about male porn stars is they often have to go both ways. I don't know if a lot of people know that in the industry.
It's like fucking...
But they all go
I don't know if I could do it on command. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, it's like the fun. It's the thrill of the chase. It's the enjoyment. It's passion. It's being with someone that turns me on and I'm sexually attracted to. I don't know if I could do it as a job, like bang, 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 cut. Bang, 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 cut.
Well, bang,
bang, cut.
Wouldn't that ruin sex, though? Wouldn't that ruin sex for you?
Yeah, it would ruin it for me. I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Do it like that, yeah.
And you got a load of blokes watching you banging some birds. You know what I mean? It's like, I know Ricada likes that shit, but it's not for me, really.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe Ricada's going to be a porn star. Who knows, bro? Who knows? That's a possibility. Well, everybody, we're coming up to the top of the second hour. Bro, this 2 hours flew by. I still have a whole bunch of stuff on my list that we haven't even gone through. Seems like it's always the case. That's how you know when it's a fucking great conversation. We're going to ask you your final thoughts. D-Wag, you popped on. You had a couple great points. What are your final thoughts on this? Brandy Love, is she a yay or a nay? What are your thoughts?
She follows FOMO. She got to be a yay, right?
Yeah, she's a superstar. 100%. How's them animations coming? I know you're crushing it on them, but we want people to go follow you on D-Wag Official.
Paulus is like slamming the Joe Rogan animation right now.
Yeah.
He's got he's got the logo.
Yeah.
Like he's taking Zayd Studios, not Zayd Comics.
Yeah.
Zayd Studios from the lunch table here, who made me some sprites. Anyways, he's using the Joe Rogan sprite, and he's got that Zayd made for us, and he's made the frontal version now of that Paulus drew. So anyways, we're working on the logo for the Rogan right now. I was about to take a nap because you had to wake up really early.
Yeah, because you got to get out there and get them.
I'm gonna go finish my nap.
Yeah, bro, he's a millionaire. Honeys. Only millionaires take naps, people. You know he's a fucking millionaire.
You should see my house is the dumpsters. It's mid.
That's his pool house out there, people. Don't let him fool you. He's got a full house for a pool house. Go give him a follow, Darren Wagoneer official.
This isn't my house with the pool.
Darren Wagoneer. Oh, see, he has multiple houses. Darren Wagoneer official on X, and give him a follow on YouTube, Darren Wagoneer official. FOMO, what are your final thoughts about? We covered a lot of ground today. Had a great time. You had a lot of good insights. The megawatt smile as always. What are your final thoughts on what we talked about today? Well said, FOMO. Well said.
Great.
Wait, can we go back to stone to the bone? Let's fucking go. Yeah.
Stunning and brave. Stunning and brave.
Yeah,
it happens.
100%.
No, I was thinking like D-Wag. I think you're wonderful how you are, but it would be kind of fun for James to give D-Wag a like makeover.
A makeover.
Like
yes, a lover. Yeah, get D-Wag back in his lover boy arc. You know. Yeah, 100% agree with that. We got to trim up the hedges a little bit, as they say. We'll even get Presby, bro, to put some of them good smell goods on you, and then get you out there with all the crazy women. Yeah, we'll do that. Go give FOMO a follow on Force Mommy on X. She's fantastic, bro. She's got a lot of good takes on a lot of good things, and she's funny as hell. And also, you get the benefit of getting Brandy Love as one of your, separated by 1 degree of separation right there. So
I have slid in her DMs before.
Have you?
I have slid in her DMs.
What would you say to her?
Never responded.
What'd you say?
Well, she was on a friend of mine's podcast. Well, she's been on like Chrissy Mayer and all that, but she was on another friend of mine's podcast that was like through libertarian shit. And they gave her a copy of Anatomy of the State, but like that little Rothbard thing. And apparently she was going to read it, but you said sloppy seconds. I mean, it's always sloppy seconds. Brandy Love. How like you're gonna like get out of that.
But I bet she has
I'm down.
Yeah.
But
FOMO, just tell her, a great guy. He's got mediocre looks, an above average personality, amazing jokes, and then Presby bro sent me, some of the smell good here. I'll wear this. I'll even take a bath.
Yeah. Oh shit, he'll even take a bath.
Wear my good hat. I'll wear the good hat too. The good hat.
Let's go. Yeah, we'll have to get some of those. He got his eyes going right now. He's got it all going. He's got the Riz firing. Look at D-Wag over there, just being all sultry and whatnot. Let's go, D-Wag.
I hate him.
Yeah, James, what are your final thoughts? You hate him?
No, I love him.
The scene.
No, I love to hate him. I love to hate him.
Yeah, 100%. What are your final thoughts? We covered a lot of stuff here to James. What are your final thoughts?
Yeah. My final thought after this 2-hour stream is, if you want success, be more like me and less like you. Not you per se, but normal people. Normal average Joes.
Yeah. Don't be average. I like it. Go follow James on James Domenico Grabbin 81 on YouTube, James Domenico Grabbin on X.
Yeah, give me money on my Ko-Fi and PayPal.
Yeah, it's Ko-Fi / James Domenico Grabbin. Also, he's covering the World Cup, people. We're gonna touch on that on Wednesday.
Yeah, I've done 5 videos for you today. I expect a lot. I expect some money, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this
you look very nice in your videos. I like the green with the greenery background.
I do too. He looks great in the videos.
I love this girl. I love her so much. You know what I'm saying? Shower me with compliments. I love it.
Yeah. So go give him a follow. We all got King Yeti in the chat. He says, First Instinct, Extern, and Blue. Nice colognes there, D-Wag. So King Yeti approves of the colognes. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, baby. Look at them. Look at them. Smashed potatoes.
Smashed potatoes. Yeah, let's go, baby. 100%. Everybody, go have a fantastic weekend. Go out there and do something that's going to make you a little bit uncomfortable. Go stretch it out. Go, stretch the legs. Take a few risks. Have a few rewards and kick some ass. We're out of here. Love Boat out, people. See you guys later next time. Bye.